Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing absolutely fine. Well, in this video, we are going to solve one of the problem of July Lead Code Challenge. So the question is maximum length of repeated subarray. Let's read about the problem statement given. So the question says given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2, return the maximum length of subarray that appears in both the arrays. Right. Now this question is similar to that of longest common subsequence. The only thing is that there we were having a string and there you have to tell the subsequence that is common in between both the strings. Now here what we are having, we are having array of numbers, right? So let's have a look on the first example. So here we are having nums1 equal to 12321 and nums2 equal to 32147. Now what is the common subarray possible? Longest common subarray possible here is 321 and what is the length of it? The length is what? 3. So that's why in the output we are getting 3 is the output. Similarly, here also you can see what is the longest common subarray possible. That is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 itself, like both the arrays are equal. So that's why we are getting in the output as 5. Now, here you have to do what? Like whatever subarray you are considering, the elements of that particular array should be consecutive in order. Right? So this is the first thing. Now some constraint is given here as well, like as you can have a look on that. And talking about the hints, so okay, so they have already mentioned that use dynamic programming. Dpij equal will be the answer for inputs a I b j. Okay, fine. So here obviously, as if I already told you, I already gave you the hint that this problem is similar to that of longest common subsequent that you must have solved. So that's why we'll be using dynamic programming to solve this problem. So first let's understand the approach that we are going to use for solving this problem, and then we'll be doing the code part of the same. As if we are going to use a dynamic programming approach here, so we'll be building a table first, and the size of this table is going to be what? N1 plus 1 and N2 plus 1, where N1 is the size of our array nums1 that is given in the question, and N2 is the size of array nums2 that is given in the question, right? So this is the size of our 2D array, that is DP, that we are taking, right? So now what we have to do, so let's have a look on this. So first of all, let me put the numbers that we are having: 3, 2, 1, 4, 7. And here we are having 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So this is our nums1 and this is our nums2. Right. Now first of all, just understand about this. Like suppose if nums2 is given to you and nums1 that we are having, so it is containing no elements, or you can say it is empty. So in that case, we have to simply put 0 here. Obviously, there will be no common subarray possible in that case if nums1 is 0. It's having no elements. Now, same case applies for nums2 as well. Suppose nums1 is having some element and nums2 array is empty. Then again, what will be our output? 0 only. Right. Now, what you have to do? So, simply you have to compare this. Okay, so you have to compare this. Let's suppose we are having the I loop for the num1 and we are having a j loop for num2. Now you have to compare 1, is it equal to that of 3? No, right? So you will be filling it with 0. 1 equal to 2? No, right? You will be filling it with 0. 1 equal to 1? Yes. So what you have to do? You will be marking it as 1. Okay. If it is, you can see here, let's suppose your num1 is 1 and num2 is 3, 2, 1. So you can see the last element has got matched. It means at least what you can conclude that at least one common element I have found. You'll be moving further. So here again 1, 4 not equal, 1, 7 not equal. You'll be filling it with 0. Now you will be checking for 2, 3. That is 0, 2, 2. Okay, again you got a match. So you can understand like this: 3, 2, 2. Okay, then you got a match. So you'll be filling it with 1. Then 2, 1. Again that will be 0. 2, 4. That will be 0. 2, 7. Again that will be 0. So first of all, let me tell you the formula that we'll be using for solving this problem, that like how we are filling this table that you can see right now. So you can see that if nums1, or here s is missing, okay, if nums1 I minus 1 is equal to that of nums2 j minus 1. So I is for nums1 and j is for nums2. If that is equal, so what you have to do, you will be storing dp of ij equal to 1 plus dp of I minus 1 j minus 1. And if suppose you know that I already told you that whatever subarray you are considering, if it is equal, that it should be in consecutive order. For example, let's understand by this example. If we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we are having 2304. So 234 is here, but as if there is one 0 in between, so you cannot take this 234. So the flow has been broken because of 0 itself. So if that is not the case, so what you are going to do, else if that is not the case, so you are going to do, okay, then dp of ij is equal to 0. So let's complete this table, then you will be able to understand this, okay, how we got this formula, right? Okay, so now let's move to this part. 3 3 again they are equal, so we'll be putting 1 here. 3 2 0 3 1 0 3 4 0 3 7 0 2 3 0 2 2. Now so you can see 2 2 is equal. So here you can see nums of I minus 1 equal nums of 2 j minus 1. So dp of ij, how you are going to fill this? You have to add 1 plus dp of I minus 1 j minus 1. It means that is the diagonal position. It means this one. So you can see here you have to put what? 1 plus this particular element. So as of now 1 is present here, so you'll be putting here what? 2. Again 2 1 0 2 4 not equal 0 2 7 0. Now 1 3 0 1 2 0 1 1. Again that is equal. Now again, if you have found this situation to be true, this condition to be true, so dp of ij you have to fill with what? 1 plus dp of I minus 1 j minus 1. It means this diagonal element. It means this one. So 2 plus 1 you are going to get 3 here. Again this 0 0. Okay, so what should be your output in this case? As you can see, we were having 3 2 1 4 7 and 1 2 3 2 1. What is the longest common subarray possible? So it was 3 2 1, right? It was 3 2 1. And what is the length? That is 3, right? So our output should be 3. So basically now you can conclude. So basically you have to return the maximum element present in this table. So that is 3 itself. Okay, so now you must have understood the approach that we are going to use for solving this problem. So let's directly move to the code part so that you can see that how we are going to implement this, right? Okay, so first of all, let's do one thing. Let's take int num1, and that is having the size of our array nums1 dot size. Let's take another variable int n2 equal to nums2 dot size. Right now, I need a 2D array as well, that is dp. So for this, I am going to take a vector. Okay, so here I have taken this table that is dp. Now what I have to do, so I'll be taking one variable that will be holding the result, that is the maximum element present in my table, right? Now what I have to do is simply I have to take a loop that for int I equal to 1, I less than dp dot size I plus plus, and then for int I equal for int j equal to 1, j less than dp0 dot size and j plus plus. Okay, here you have to compare that, okay, if nums1 I minus minus, okay, I minus 1, sorry, I minus 1 equal to nums2 j minus 1. So if this is the case, so what we have to do, we have to simply store, okay, the dp of ij should be equal to 1 plus dp of I minus 1 and j minus 1. Fine. And if this is not the case, so simply what you have to store, that is 0. So you will be doing dp of ij equal to 0, right? And here you have to do one more thing. So in your result, you have to store whatever the maximum value is. So max, it is result or dp of ij. And here at the last, what you have to do, you will be returning this variable that is rez, that is holding the maximum length possible. Okay, so this is the whole code. I hope you must have understood this. So let's run our code now. Okay, so we are getting the expected output. Let's submit this. Okay, so it got accepted. Thank you for watching this video. Keep learning, keep coding. Bye bye.